So I got bored and needed to do something with my hands, so I decided to finish braiding the rest of this. And I was looking up, like, I don't know, I wanted some new hairstyles for my hair because it's gotten so much longer, and I just like make up my own and adapt them. But all of them that I'm looking at, they use hair ties, and I've literally been working really hard for like the last few years to not use hair ties. And I just recently got a bunch of scrunchies, and they work really nicely with the thickness and the lot of hair. But hair ties just grab my hair, and my hair grabs onto them. Because my hair, this is what it does. It looks like it's innocent, but it grabs onto itself, and it grabs onto anything it can. So I'm trying to like look for like low maintenance hairstyles. It's impossible for long hair. I guess I just gotta make up my own. Like, I don't really know how to explain it. So I use ribbons and string. I look at historical hairstyles, like starting from generally about 800 BCE. Um, so I look at like Gallic and hairstyles first. So because they have lots of like twists and stuff in their hair, and my hair is like, it loves to be twisted. But I look at Irish hairstyles, ancient Irish and Celtic, because I'm very, 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 very Irish. I believe my hair is actually Nosk, because I get it from that side of that side of my family. Um, yeah, my mom and my grandma have the same hips because they're Irish, and I get that from them. But my mom does not have the same hair as me. It's Torstead thing. So I don't know where it actually comes from, but it's fucking. Anyway, it's just been annoying me lately. So I'm doing this just to get it out, and so it's down, but it's also up and out of my face because it's getting really hot. And just putting it in buns and like two braids is really not working. This isn't going to stay in for very long anyway. Probably about as long as it's taken to do it. Um, I really wasn't going to braid all of my hair, but I'm doing all of it now. Seriously, I'm looking at hairstyles, and like other people with really long hair, they hair tie this, hair tie that, and I'm like, I just twist it and wrap it around itself, and I braid it, and then tuck it and twist it, and I use some string and maybe like a metal pin. I really hate bobby pins. I do not own any. Actually, the bobby pin that I do own, I use for weaving extra strips of fabric, but I don't use bobby pins and I don't use hair ties, and so I'm trying to like find inspiration from other people that have super long hair for styles, but like whatever. So I got my little knot here. It's historically accurate. I wear my hair in a top knot, as in I'll pull all of it back and twist it and tie it in a knot right here, and it stays much like this knot, but all of my hair. And that's actually a Viking hairstyle, and works really well on my hair, because, well, those are my ancestors. That makes sense. So before I look at, hairstyles that people have made up in the modern day or hairstyles from other cultures, I'm going to look at my ancestors first. So first I look to my Native American ancestors, because those are the people that taught me how to braid my hair. And then I look to my Irish ancestors, because there's this specific braid right here that I learned is the Celtic braid. I've known that for like since I was a child. I forget sometimes. Yeah, and so I find that those hairstyles actually work the best for me. I find the hairstyles that work the best for my hair are actually styles generally found on bog bodies. It's pretty fucking awesome. Kind of gruesome in some ways, but I actually really like that. Because those are as historically accurate as you're going to get. Those are real people with real hair. They lived like that every day. And I even find that I do some things with my hair that my ancestors did just naturally, because I tried things and those things don't work, and I try different things and those things work. And so all the advice that I got from my mom and other people to take care of my hair was wrong. They have no idea. They just cut it off. It's not working. It didn't work, but things that I've been doing have been working for my hair. I had a giant lock mess. All of my hair was onto one giant. thing, and so I got dreads at one point. Bad idea. But it didn't destroy my hair like a lot of people said it was going to. It did break a lot of it, but not all of it. I only had him in for about a year, and that was mostly just to teach myself about my hair because it tangles so easy. It mats like instantaneously. I'm just braiding it and it's matting. Um, that's why I do these kinds of braids because um, they work very, very, very well with my hair. And all this breakage that you see is it's not real breakage. It's just the actual short hairs of my hair popping out. And I really do want a little bit of breakage around each one of these clumps, so that's why I'm going to leave them in for a few more days, and because the rubbing and sleeping on it is what's going to pull them out. And that's okay, because that'll lighten it up for the summer. I've said that before, and God, like my hair is just short and like breaks on its own, and they're all different hair types. Like I don't know if you can see it, there's one, yeah, I've got red hair, I've got black hair, I've got brown hair. That's why it comes out this weird color. It's brighter when it's like less dense right by itself, and then when you put it in the clump, it's suddenly like, I don't know, it's several shades darker. It's weird. I mean, it makes sense as hair, but if you know anything about wool color theory, um, yeah, yeah, my hair looks purple sometimes. I love that. It's my family calls it strawberry blonde. I don't fucking know. Sometimes it looks like light brown. So I'm just gonna stop now at the bottom here. And so it'll come undone, but it actually won't, so it stays. Yeah, I was parting it more methodically before, but now I'm just like going through it. That's enough. Yeah, that's good. So I'm using this little knot over here to like secure the hair that I got done with. So that helps keep the hair out of the way and stops it from tangling. So I learned a lot of methods of hair care actually from the dreads, from people helping me and giving me better advice on how to take care of my hair, because I do have I was lucky that they were very, very, very nice about it, and were willing to educate me, because at the time I didn't know. I didn't know any better. I just needed something to do with my hair, something to. It was short and nobody ever took care of it. I had no idea what to do with my hair. And so from there, I learned so much what not to do, and I learned what to do. So like, I learned the best methods actually from people of color, women of color, who, yeah, because they really they put in the work because they have to. Like nobody's done it for them, and I it's odd how like my own hair journey just kind of feels similar a lot of the times. My mom would just cut my hair off all the time, give me a pixie cut, short here, me long in the front, just past my chin, and short in the back, because this is where it tangles the most. Which is why this is the last part of my hair, but this is actually the thickest and longest part of my hair is this section here. All of this stuff on the sides breaks anyway, so that's why I worked from the not just the bottom, but like the edges towards the center, because it's taking me longer. So the stuff that's on the edges is going to be in the braids the longest. Yeah, yeah. And I have been putting it up, but not just leaving the braids down and swinging. I am putting them up a lot and at night and pinning it like that. And oh my god. Seriously, they're protective hairstyles. See, when I was younger, my mom would braid my hair. She'd say, just braid it before you go to bed, but that didn't work because one thick braid, my hair would just all come out. Even when my hair's really long, big braids, my hair just falls out of it, even with its two or three or four. It takes about 4 braids, and then it starts staying in the braids. So the smaller they are, the more my hair likes it. But any smaller than this, I mean, obviously, is just not practical. Yeah. So yeah, I forgot what I was saying. Yeah, it's all weird on my scalp because, you know, but my scalp needs some sunlight anyway, so this is a good way to to get rid of that like whiteness. Oh, because like my skin's getting all the color back. Summer's back, so my winter skin tone's going away. But my scalp still betrays me. Yeah. Genetics are weird. I keep losing my point. I guess I'm just rambling about my hair, huh? Yeah. There. Gonna braid that, huh? So, the lattice doesn't help with the visuals, but I'm gonna take a small little piece from the front side. Do you see? That's small enough, even if it's not even, that's fine. And then another one, again, from the side. Oops. And not just the side, also technically, like, the top, because, we want these little braids, these little bits here, to, wrap around the bigger piece. So I'm going to take the one over, and I'm going to take it like this. So when I first start it, I'm going to hold it kind of tight against my scalp just to get it to stay and to get it to move in the direction I want. And then once it's there, after a few twists, I'm going to loosen it back up again. Yeah, and then that's pretty loose, but the whole time I'm braiding it, I'm going to pull on it and give it this tension to make sure the braid stays in. And that's how I know that the braid isn't too tight, because as long as I'm pulling on it the whole time and it doesn't hurt, we're good. And then I can just release it and let it sit for a second. But I like to do that, so. And that's how I know, because then once I release it, it stands off from my scalp a bit, without being too tight, but without being too loose, because I find when they're too loose at the scalp, they swing around and they bunch funny, and they don't sit against my head the way that I want them to. Even though when they do sit against my head like this, it sort of bugs me, but I don't know. But it's summertime and I really need to do this to my hair. So I'm taking the natural clumps of my hair. So my hair likes to clump into bits about this size and this size. So I'll look at my hair itself, the edges first, and that's how I kind of decide where to part it. And I can feel it, and I just take the hair and I pull it, and it clumps and all. I mean, you saw me do it. I just separated like that. It makes it a lot easier, because if I try to force the parts and make them too square, I'm having to like untangle it, and when I do it right, I don't get a lot of hairs, like little hairs that cross over and pull a lot, because like my hair knows what it wants, and it does it naturally. I'm literally just going, what is my hair doing, and how do I get it to do that longer? I'm seriously, every year I learn something new about my hair, and I learned from other people and the mistakes that they make, and I make my own mistakes. And so please don't be like, hey, don't do this with your hair. I know my hair type. I know what it looks like compared to what it actually is and how it actually acts. So I have a few little smaller videos posted on here. But no, this is literally because my hair clumps like this, like in the first day, and mats in the little locks like that. That's why I got dreadlocks in the first place, and then that's also why I got rid of them, because I learned better. So everybody, we all make mistakes, right? And I'm really glad I learned from that, because honestly, that hairstyle is not good for my hair. But this is fucking awesome. I don't even know how to explain. Braids have always annoyed me. I don't like ponytails. If my hair is in a ponytail and it's down and hangs, and whether it's long or short, tangles. And so if I just wear one ponytail, bad. Pigtails are kind of okay. If I wear like Sailor Moon pigtails, and I'll probably post, if you look at my page, I have some videos with their in. And those work really well, because it's the same one. Well, they call it like a Celtic knot in historical texts, but it's a Viking culture. You look at there's little gold figurines that have the knots. It's very beautiful. And my hair holds itself, so I twist it like a rope, and so I spin it, and it holds against itself. Obviously. It looks really straight. It looks so straight, but if you actually pay attention to how poofy it is, just by itself. Yeah. I actually hate how my hair looks straight because it's so long. Because you look at any of my other family members, it's crazy. It's crazy. So this really works, because this works with the natural twist and curl that my hair has. You can kind of see it as I'm braiding it. Actually, it starts to wave out again. And as each hair is like a different length, this really, really does work. I try to make sure my hair tapers, because it's so dense. It's so dense that if all my hair was the exact same length, it would be torture. So I purposefully, I don't trim it or cut it at all. I don't hair ties, they break my hair. So any hair breakage that I have is natural. It breaks only when I brush it or put it up or take it down. And I kind of rely on that light, constant level of breakage, because my hair grows. And so it lightens up, it gets rid of dead hairs, it, stops anything from being too thick and too heavy, because it's already a lot of hair. There we go. So these, I find normal braids, like normal even stranded braids, they also just pop out of my hair. They come undone, even when they're small, they slide out and they pop out more. Like, you can kind of see it, because there's this braid here that's right by my ear, and it's more of a normal braid, and it's pulled itself out a lot more than the other braids that have been in just as long, that are yeah. So this is my bangs that's starting to come out, but it's been in the longest, like several days. And even you can see down here that it's actually still braided down at the bottom. It's still braided. It's just loosened itself up. It's completely braided to the ends still. I love it. I love it. It just takes so long to do this to my hair. I honestly need somebody else to do it. But I really do enjoy this. I really do. See, like, my hair's kind of, look, it's separating already. See these little clumps it's making? So it's probably up here at the scalp that would separate into more pieces. I really just kind of let my hair decide where the part is and where the separation goes. The least I fight it, the better. I had it all in a ponytail at first to drag the ends out, because I needed it to stay. There's so much of it. And again, anytime I like change the direction of my hair just barely, it gets really mad and grabs onto anything that it can, which is mostly itself. I've always thought my hair has a mind of its own. I bring this one down lower than I have been the other ones. Yeah, look at that. It's done. I think this can be like 2 more. I don't want to risk less than that. More than that. Yeah, this isn't going to be just the 1. Yeah, 2. Did you see that? It came apart so easily. I didn't even... this one in the back could be 2. Wait. This is thick, actually. Too thick. Yeah. There we go. Oh, see, it's already coming up. Look at that. Look. Okay. That's not gonna work. I don't think this is gonna make 2 braids. I think it's gonna make 3. No. Oh, that's by itself. Yeah, that'll do. That'll have to do. I guess I'll just make the ones in the back thicker. They already are. I don't like it, though. Alright, well, I think I'm done mouthing off at the camera while I braid and take a break, so peace out, because this is a really long video.